Hello YouTube, Mike Kohanam here. Today I'm going to talk about changes I made to my Gladiator Beast Deck in light of new cards that have been added to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel and in light of new strategies that have emerged in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. The more I played Master Duel, the more I realized the importance of having a deck that is strong going second. Because of the fact that each match is only one duel, you can pretty much control when you go second, since most opponents will let you go second, and if you win a coin flip, you can choose to go second. Because of that, I decided to make a Gladiator Beast deck that thrives on going second, that uses a lot of cards that can interact with the opponent on the very first turn of the duel when your opponent is going first, and I wanted to see how far that would take me. Full disclosure, I built this Gladiator Beast deck that I'm about to show you to try to climb from the beginning of the month all the way to Diamond 1. I used this deck, and only this deck, with some modifications that I made to the deck throughout the season as I was playing the deck. And I got to Diamond 3 with the deck, and from Diamond 3, I ranked down to Diamond 4, Diamond 5, ranked up to Diamond 3, ranked down to Diamond 5. I think I actually hit Diamond 3 3 times, but I could not use this deck to break through Diamond 3 and get to Diamond 2. With a week left in the season, 2 days ago, I built a Sword Soul deck from Diamond 5 after ranking down all the way to Diamond 5, and by the next day, I had achieved Diamond 1 with Sword Soul. So this is not the most powerful deck in the meta. I do acknowledge that, but if you're looking for a deck that you can use to get to Diamond 3 instead of Diamond 1, this deck was certainly capable of getting to Diamond 3 because I used this deck and only this deck in achieving a Diamond 3 rank. I'm going to try not to make this video really a deck profile for the deck, because I think that there are still changes that should be made to the deck. I don't know that the go second strategy really is the best way to play Gladiator Beasts, and I'm not going to really go through all of the combos in the deck, because I already did that in the Pure Gladiator Beast video that I previously made, which I'll link down below in the description. Instead, I'm going to use this video to show how Destiny Hero Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer and Predaplant Verte Anaconda improves the Gladiator Beast strategy by providing basically an additional monster that can disrupt your opponent's play while helping to get Tamer Editor into the graveyard. So this video is really just going to focus about the update and the integration of the Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer package into the Gladiator Beast strategy. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more videos like it, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. The feedback helps to tell me which videos to make and gives me encouragement to create more videos like it. So like I said before, I designed this deck to try to go second. So if my opponents chose to go first, my deck would be in the position I want it to be in at the start of that duel. And if I won the coin flip and got to choose whether to go first or second, I would choose to go second because my deck is built for that. Capitalizing on that, I used multiple copies of Nibiru to try to disrupt my opponent's turn if they did 5 or more summons. The Nibiru token is never a problem because of how easily you can destroy the Primal Being token with Gladiator Beast Geysiris. And I used other cards that are strong going second, including 3 copies of Evenly Matched, Lightning Storm, which you can use against your opponent's field when you have no cards, face-up cards on your field, and Ash Blossom, a full 3 copies of Ash Blossom, Joyous Spring, and Maxx for disrupting my opponent when they're going first. The 2 copies of Dark Ruler No More are also pretty awesome if my opponent gets a great start. Sometimes I can just dismantle the field by using Dark Ruler No More to negate the effects of all of their monsters that can negate my card effects, like Baron de Fleur and Chixiao in the Sword Soul deck. And then I can gradually dismantle their field using Tamer Editor, Gladiator Beast Geysiris, and set up my own negations with Gladiator Beast Domitianus. The one card I have not yet mentioned, which is the main improvement to the deck, and the way I would build the deck now, even if I used a Gladiator Beast deck more similar to my last YouTube video on the pure Gladiator Beast deck, is Destiny Hero Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer and the cards that go along with it. Whether you're going first or second, Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer is a pretty good card to use. If you're going first, it brings up additional disruption onto your field with virtually no cost to you. You can use your Test Panther and Tamer Editor in a Link Summon to get the Tamer Editor off the field and just put Predaplant, Verte, Anaconda in its place, in their place. Once it's on the field, you can make all of your Gladiator Beast combos the way you were doing before, resurrecting your Tamer Editor with cards like Monster Reborn and Gladiator Beast Comeback to keep summoning Gladiator Beasts like Heraclinos and Domitianus from your extra deck. And once you're done making all of the plays you want to make, you can use Predaplant, Verte, Anaconda's effect to pay 2,000 life points and send Fusion Destiny from your deck to your graveyard, summoning Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. The two monsters that you're forced to play in your main deck to facilitate summoning Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer are Destiny Hero Celestiial and Destiny Hero Dasher. While you don't need to use exactly those two, I do believe those are the best two because you need one level 6 or higher hero monster plus a Destiny Hero monster. And this package of Destiny Hero monsters actually has a really strong synergy and effect. Strong synergy with the rest of the deck and strong effects to use throughout the course of a duel. Destiny Hero Dasher is the less impressive of the two, but while it's in the grave, you can special summon a monster when you draw it, which is actually pretty cool for special summoning either a Nibiru that's long past the time of its relevance, or special summoning even Gladiator Beast Augustus, which is a card that can get stuck in your hand. Destiny Hero Celestiial is, in my opinion, much more powerful and the more powerful half of this package, in that you can banish it along with another Destiny Hero while you have no hand to draw 2 cards. Any turn except the turn it's sent to the graveyard. This lets you replenish your hand, basically making it so that summoning Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer also can draw you 2 additional cards on your next turn. So the package is really powerful, and it it detracts very little from the Gladiator Beast deck and strategy to include it in your deck. The worst thing that can really happen is you draw Dasher and Celestial, and you're stuck holding them in your hand until you're able to use Fusion Destiny or copy its effect, but that's really a small price to pay to do it. Fusion Destiny itself is also a really strong card to just activate. If you hard draw it, you don't need to use Predaplant, Verte, Anaconda. You just do your Gladiator Beast plays as you would before, then activate Fusion Destiny to finish your string of summons with the Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. Remember that after you activate Fusion Destiny, you can only summon Dark Hero monsters for the rest of the turn, which is why you want to do it last. And after you use Anaconda's effect, you can't summon any more monsters for the rest of the turn after summoning the one you summon by Fusion Destiny. So again, that's also why you want to do it for your final summon of the turn. Once Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer's on the field, it causes a lot of mayhem for your opponent. You can destroy an opponent's card on your own turn, bring it back in the next standby phase, destroy a card on your opponent's turn, return it to your field in the next standby phase, and it basically just destroys a card every single turn without targeting that card. Until your opponent finds a way to banish it from the duel or get it off the field without it either being destroyed or destroying itself. So this deck is pretty similar, at least in its core strategy, to the pure Gladiator Beast deck that I posted a video about previously. Like I said, I'm not going to go into the combos the deck uses. I will put this deck list down in the description if you're interested in trying it out. Feel free to make your own changes to try to improve it to see how much better you can make this deck. With that, I do have a couple of replays saved that display the power of the Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer package and how you're able to sort of finish your string of summons, finish your Gladiator Beast combos with either Predaplant, Verte, Anaconda, or Fusion Destiny to really extend the power of the deck. I only have a few replays saved. I had 10 saved, but had to delete several of them to make the Limit 1 Festival YouTube video, because there is a limit to how many replays you can have saved. And really, the point of this video is to show the one play involving Test Panther to make the Anaconda, in order to show how the deck has changed and improved since the first deck that I made a video about. So right off the bat in this duel, I have Gladiator Rejection and Rescue Rabbit. So I'm able to use the Rabbit to summon 2 Andal, special summon Augustus, link summon Test Panther, search for Comeback, use Comeback to special summon Andal, and then use Test Panther to create Andal for Attorix, copying the level of Augustus, and then fusion summoning Tamer Editor. I'm then able to use Tamer Editor to summon Domitianus, send Tamer Editor and Test Panther to the graveyard to link summon Predaplant, Verte, Anaconda, and then since Tamer Editor is in the graveyard, I can then use its effect to special summon I can use a Comeback to special summon to the field, and then use its effect to special summon Domitianus or Heraclinos. In this case, I went for Heraclinos. Having the 1 negation for Domitianus is pretty good, along with Heraclinos' negations with 2 cards in my hand is pretty good. But closing it out, I use Anaconda's effect to just copy Fusion Destiny and summon the Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. On my opponent's turn, I'm able to use Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer to take down one of my opponent's cards, and then on my turn, Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer will come back to the field, and it can destroy another card. At that point, I have more cards in hand than my opponent has spells he might be able to activate, so with Heraclinos on the field, my opponent just surrenders. You'll see me going second in these replays because, like I said, I choose for my opponent to go second. I choose to go second in these duels when I'm using this deck, and my opponent will typically choose for me to go second. So I pretty much just always get to go second. I'm playing against an Infernoid deck. He uses That Grass Looks Greener and then activates Reasoning. I choose 1 to try to hit Infernoid Decatron, and he does eventually reveal, if I remember correctly, Infernoid Decatron as his first monster that he can summon off Reasoning, so it gets sent to the graveyard. I did use Maxx anyway in case I missed, and unfortunately the Maxx was somewhat lost because of the fact that he did not have anything to special summon, or that he wished to special summon. So I used both copies of Rejection. The second one's sort of just in case the first one gets destroyed in the middle of my plays. Use Unexpected Dai, special summon Andal, use the effective Rejection to special summon Bestiari, and then just use Geyserus to destroy his back row cards. I normal summon Attorix so that my attacks give me a total of 3 tag outs. I get Augustus first, special summoning Andal from my hand, and then I get 2 more special summons going for Augustus and Attorix. Since I don't have any more Augustus in the deck, I use Attorix to send Esadari from my extra deck to the graveyard and copy its level. And then I start making plays where I summon Tamer Editor, use its effect to special summon Domitianus, link summon Test Panther, search for Gladiator Beast Comeback, use Comeback to summon Tamer Editor again, use Test Panther's effect to special summon Equeste and bring back Comeback. I use Tamer Editor again to special summon Domitianus. Then I link summon Equeste and Test Panther into Verte Anaconda. Remember, you could always use any link monster as a link 1, even if it's a link 2 or higher material. And then I use the Anaconda's effect to special summon Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. I keep the comeback in my hand because special summoning Heraclinos with no cards in my hand would not be effective. He does use Reasoning again. I once again call level 1 and once again hit Decatron. He special summons Sightsmiths, followed by Deviati. I allow its effect to wipe my back row. And then he link summons Hita, the Fire Charmer Ablaze. Follows up bashing 3 more to special summon Anunku. Obviously I have to negate the Anunku's effect and destroy it because it threatens to wipe my field. There's the first of my 2 negations. I still have 1 monster effect negation left, as well as a Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer Destruction. He summons Anunku again. I use Domitianus' effect again to once again wipe out Anunku, negate its effect, and destroy it. And my opponent concedes, unable to play through that. I experimented with different numbers of cross-out Designator as well in this deck. It's a strong card, but as I changed my deck to try to go second, it didn't make quite as much sense to use cross-out Designator. It was still strong for pushing through plays on the second turn of the duel, but it was cross-out Designator is certainly stronger in decks that aim to go first. So in this duel, I'm playing against a Tri-Brigade deck. Normal summons the Karass and uses its effect by banishing 2 Beast Warrior, Winged Beast from the graveyard, to which I chain Maxx. So after he summons Farragut, I draw a card, and then he'll link summon again, and I'll be able to draw another card with the effect of Maxx. He just goes into the Anaconda because he wants to limit his number of special summons to minimize the number of cards I draw off Maxx, which makes sense, and then uses the Anaconda's effect to special summon Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. That gives me 1 more card, and then he sets 2 cards to the back row before passing. I do have Dark Ruler No More in my hand. Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer's effect cannot be chained to it, so I do activate it. He uses Tri-Brigade Revolt, to which I chain Maxx. And then he does chain Maxx here, which is pretty brilliant because it causes my cross-out Designator. If I use it to banish Maxx from my deck, it stops my own Maxx as well. So he sort of he got me good on that one. It was a really good play on his part for playing around cross-out Designator, which I happen to have. Plus, he was actually able to chain the effect of Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer, since it was not directly to the Dark Ruler No More. It was to the cross-out Designator. So he will make Shureg, but he does special summon it at a fairly inopportune time, because there's nothing on the field, on my field, for him to banish that would be effective. And the Dark Ruler No More will hit and negate the effects of his monsters anyway. So I summon Andal, link it into Link Spider just to get Andal into the graveyard, and then use he uses Forbidding Droplet to negate its effect, which was really not a great play here, because I had no real effect, nothing effective to do with Link Spider. But I'm sort of in a bind, so I use Comeback to special summon Augustus from my hand, and then it can't be destroyed in battle, so I just attack into Shureg so that it can tag out. I get a quest, use it to bring back Comeback, and then use Test Panther to search for Comeback. After link summoning Panther and getting Comeback, I special summon a monster from the grave, Panther it out for Augustus to special summon Augustus from my hand, make Tamer Editor, use it to summon Domitianus, and then link summon the Verte Anaconda. That sends the Tamer Editor to the graveyard, so I can use Comeback to special summon it back to the field, and then special summon another Domitianus with the Tamer Editor's effect. And then, as I've been saying, before ending my turn, I'm going to use the Anaconda's effect to fuse the Celestial and Dasher in my deck to summon Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. Once it's on the field, I'm able to use the Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer to destroy the Anaconda on my field, as well as his Shureg. He does draw Nibiru, and I actually use the effect of Domitianus here to stop the Dasher from special summoning Nibiru, so that it's stuck in his hand. With it stuck in his hand, he can't use the effect of the Celestial in his graveyard, which requires the hand to be empty. So I thought negating Dasher's effect here would actually be pretty effective. He brings back Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer, uses its effect, and I negate that effect with Domitianus. He then summons Kit, but before he uses that effect, I use Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer to destroy the Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer and the Kit. It was on my own turn that I used the Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer before to send the Anaconda to the graveyard along with his Shureg. I draw a card during my standby phase. I special summon Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer, as does he, and then I use Tamer Editor to try to special summon a monster from my extra deck. He changed the effect of Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer, but I changed the effect of my Domitianus to negate and destroy it. That brings out Heraclinos, and from there it's clear that this duel is over. My opponent summons Ancient Cloak, and I use Maxx before he can Link Summon, so he just ends his turn. Reason I did is because my hand's really powerful, so I figured if he just ended his turn, I'd be fine, even if I didn't draw the card with Maxx. So I use Gladiator Rejection, special summon Andal with Unexpected Dai, then I can special summon Bestiari from my deck with Rejection. He has Fogblade, but can't actually target the Geyserus, so it's just going to get destroyed by Geyserus' effect. After Geyserus attacks, I can tag out. So I get Augustus and Attorix. Attorix sends Augustus to the grave, giving me 2 level 8 Gladiator Beasts. And then I special summon Tamer Editor and use its effect to summon Domitianus. I normal summon the Ash Blossom so that I can link summon Test Panther and then use the Test Panther's effect to add a Gladiator Beast Comeback from my deck to my hand, which I activate to summon Tamer Editor once more. I use Tamer Editor to summon another Domitianus, and then Link Summon for Predaplant, Verte, Anaconda. I use one more Gladiator Beast Comeback to special summon another Tamer Editor, use its effect to special summon Heraclinos from my extra deck, and then finally use the Anaconda to use Fusion Destiny from my deck. I'm using Mind Control in this version of the deck because it's a pretty strong card going second, and because I choose to go second with this deck. But in this instance, where I have control of the duel, it's just a card to discard with the effect of Heraclinos, or to activate the effect of Heraclinos. Because I only have one card in my hand, I need to be very careful about which one card I negate with the effect of Heraclinos. He link summons Rusty Burdish, and I use the effect of Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer to destroy it before it can use its effect. I then special summon Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer back to the field. Switch all of my monsters into attack position, and then direct attacks from all of them, finish my opponent off. So those duels were a pretty good display of how powerful Gladiator Beasts can be with the addition of Predaplant, Verte, Anaconda, and the Destiny Hero Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer package. In those particular duels, I didn't actually use the effects of Dasher and Celestial, so you'll have to take my word for it that they do come up If using the effect of Verte Anaconda doesn't put you in such a dominating position that you win pretty much immediately after it, drawing 2 cards with Celestial can be huge, and emptying your hand with Dasher by special summoning the card you draw can not only help you use the effect of Celestial by emptying your hand, but it can also allow you to put some more pressure on your opponent by special summoning an additional monster to the field to extend your plays. So that's how I would update Gladiator Beasts since my previous Gladiator Beast video. That is the engine that I would add to it. It really doesn't detract from the strategy. Once in a while, you'll get a dead draw because of the fact that you play Destiny Hero Dasher and Celestial. Sometimes you draw them instead of a card that you really would have preferred to draw. But overall, the trade-off is well worth it. It does improve the deck. And the real hindrance to Gladiator Beast now is really Sword Soul and its popularity and the disruption that that deck can make. That said, I am comfortable calling this Gladiator Beast deck that I built to go second that uses the Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer package, a Diamond 3 deck, since I did use this deck to climb the ranks all the way up to Diamond 3, even though I wasn't able to use it to for that final stretch to get to Diamond 1. So it is at a minimum a Diamond level Gladiator Beast deck, and you can make some changes to see if you can improve it and take it on that final stretch to Diamond 1, where I was not able to bring it. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more videos like it, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. The feedback helps to tell me which videos to make and gives me encouragement to create more videos like it.